how it's going to have to be. So I'm going to say, hello, everybody. How are you out there in Minnesota cold weather? If you're not from Minnesota, you're probably not hunkering down for a big snowstorm. Leave comments and then I'll be able to, let's see. If you leave comments, I'll be able to come back to you another time. Or get back to you is really what I meant. Let's see. I'm going to try one more. Nope. All I'm getting is a little bit of a little thing. Anyway, this is the card we're going to be making tonight. If you're a mom and you're upstairs, you're going to have floral on one side to choose from. Oh, and this one has pink on the back, so you'll have a different color on the back. So whatever color you would like to do. But it's pretty. I absolutely love these dies with the scalloped edges. I just think it's like amazing just because I just think they're cute. That's all. That's all I have to say. And the inside is always plain as usual. So I'll move this out and let me start again. This is Colleen Ciascio in the Crafty Basement. I'm glad that you found me. How are you all doing today? I've been gone for 2 weeks. It seems like you might have missed me because there's got at least 6 people on here now. I'm pretty excited. Of course, I'm always excited. I have 1 people watching. Wait a minute, that's Nana and Mama upstairs. By the way, for those, if you haven't joined me before, I live with my mom and my mother-in-law, and they're 90 and 92, and they're upstairs in the living room while I'm downstairs in the Crafty Basement, and they're doing the cards along with us as this live is going. So anyway, so you'll hear me sometimes say, so bang on the floor if you're ready to go to the next level. But I don't do that often, but I don't think it's too annoying. But if it is, just let me know. But I won't stop doing it. So to make this card here, you're going to need several things. I'm going to put this off to the side like this so that if I ever figure out how to do comments. You are going to need as your base a piece of cardstock. Mine is Misty Moonlight. Reminds me of the Beatles. Mr. Moonlight. Anyway, 8.5 by 5.5. And then I scored it at 4 1/4. You'll also need a, why don't I bring these here? You're going to need an insert that's 5 1/4 by 4, and that's going to be going inside of your card here so that you can write on it. This is kind of dark to write on. So there we have that. Then on the front, you're going to need a layer at 4, same size as this one, but I cut mine out of the scalloped. It's in the main catalog. There's 2 of them that have scallops, but this one has the little scallop with holes in them to make it look lacy. I just loved how it looked. I copied this card from Marielle Taylor. I don't know what website she's on, but so you can either have one with the scallop or just have one plain. The other thing that you're going to need is a second layer, and this is my second layer is actually DSP. Love using large pieces of DSP because then I can buy more, use it up, get rid of it. So this one measures 3 1/4, no, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. So 4 1/2 by 3 1/4, that's your second layer because it's going to go on here. Then I have word layerings, and on this card you'll see mine goes all the way from one end to the other of the designer series paper. You need to have the layer, which is 3 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then the words are going to go onto the white layer and then get adhered onto here, and that's 1 3 1/4. It's the same size, so it's not going all the way around, it's just at the top and the bottom, by 1 1/2. I also have twine here and dimensionals. So here's the tip of the night. of course I just generalized everybody what I do, but it seems that I've seen people always are taking the dimensionals from the inside, and then we're left with this little frame around the edges. So what I do is I take that frame and I cut it into pieces, and I am going to use these like that so that I have dimensionals to use here. Let us waste not, want not. So I just wanted to share that little bit of information. I'm going to put these away, and I'll put it into the comments when I upload to YouTube. One of the things I wanted to tell you, this is the last week or the last push for Celebration, where you spend $50 and you get a free stamp set or paper from here. I wasn't too excited about what was in here, but I always order paper because paper is cool. So I had gotten this rainbow paper, and I got that paper there. I don't think I got the daffodil one because I wasn't so excited about it. But I did get two. Don't ask me why I got two. But two of these, the $100 ones, that has the paper and the stamp set that I haven't used yet, but I'm gonna. And I think I got this Special Moments words. And these are really cool. This is $100 if you spend $100. But I decided, of course, that in the new mini that goes until, I believe, the end of May. Let me see when it goes to. Yeah, the end of June. That I really needed this bundle. Why? Because I have seen amazing things happen. So it's this really cool paper that I don't have, but it is so really beautiful. And with it, you can cut it up into different things. And just by adding some of the dyes or the ink and stamps, you can like make these amazing cards without any effort whatsoever. So I'm going to be doing a class on this as soon as I get my act together. But this is the New Horizons Suite. And if you buy the whole thing, it is $78. You would get a free stamp set from the Celebration catalog. And then the other one I just think is just too adorable. We had done a leader thing, stamp share for leaders, and they made name tags for us with this little like ladybug, and I'm like, oh my god, that is like too cute. So I'm gonna get this stamp set, and then it comes with the punch that does the ladybug. So I figured, that'll put me up over $100. I'm excited. But those are some of the things I'm gonna have as upcoming classes. I know I say this is not a selling point. Oh, that's so I can get this, like, with the VW Bug was my first and second car. When I was a little girl, we drove around in a VW bus. And this is okay. I suppose I could make a card for Tom if I take the balloons off, but I just have to have that. It just is like something to put in my stash, so I always have. But anyway, I digress. So what we're going to have you guys do first is you're going to take your inside layer that's just plain, and you're going to put some glue on the back. Oh, you guys, you didn't ask me where I've been the last... Where have you been the last 2 weeks, Colleen? You have to tell us. Well, you guys, I was sun tanning, not really, in Hawaii. My husband loves to scuba dive, and he has scuba dived. That's where our first dive was. I went with him the first time, and he wanted to go again. And who am I to say, I don't want to go with you? Because I do. So I went, and we had a wonderful time. We're there for about a week. Okay, so after you're done gluing in the middle piece, you're going to close your card, and you're going to put your piece to the side. And again, I'm going to leave this here. Have I figured out how to see the comments? No? No? Well, maybe it just... I know it doesn't do it anymore. Just kidding. I think my brother Pat was going to be joining us. He said he might. It might be his wife, wait a second. Pat and Jeannie, might be Jeannie who's watching. Hi, Pat. Hi, Jeannie. I know Jan usually joins me, and I think I saw Autumn, who's doing her own Facebook Lives yet. Yay! Do I have a lot to learn? I have a lot to learn from you. Well, Nana and Mama, you're going to take the words that you have, and you're going to glue your words onto your background here. But before I can do that, I lost my words. So I'm going to be using my favorite stamp set. Oh my gosh. This Biggest Wish is like my favorite these days because you can do so many things with these. They're the photopolymer, but you can have like happy birthday and like have the birthday hang out of there. Hello, friend, or hello, friend. So it's just all these things. It's big and bold. It just makes me happy. So I'm going to say on mine, I'm going to put my photopolymer. I'll also let you know that when you're using photopolymer, you should use some kind of a cushion. I have this big red mat that I use, and I suggest that you also use some kind. You need a little bit of a cush there. So I'm going to tap, 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 tap. I'm going to then line up my hello. With this, I found I have to go all the way to the side because I think I did a couple of them and I didn't do it well enough. So I put it straight down and I'm pressing down hard. I don't do much stamping with you guys on Monday nights. So there's my hello. Peel off my stamp. Clean it up. And then I'm going to choose hello, friend. And here it is here. So have you guys been surviving this winter? It has been a cold one. Oh, that says happy. It doesn't say friend, it says happy. I have to find the friend one. Thanks. Here we go. Okay, I got it this time. And I'm going to do that one in green, which this green is Soft Succulent. Now, I think both of these are in colors, and I really like the colors. They're just they make me happy. So there we go. Put it down there, press it down, and then I'm going to lift it straight up. And now I have hello, friend. I'll close these up real quick. That one. And that one. Okay, so we're done with that, done with that, done with this. Put it off to the side, clean it up later. Okay, now we're going to take my favorite glue is the multi-liquid glue. I love using liquid glue. It is very strong. Don't have to mess with, tape runners are good too, but they serve their own purposes. I just like the liquid glue because it's very, as they say, forgiving, because then I can move it around if I don't get it on right the first time. So there we go. Hello, friend. I'm going to put that aside. And now what I'm going to do is take I'm going to take this off for a minute. So I think it'd be easier for people to see. Because here I have my cushion. I have to decide between this and this, but I know I want the flowers. So it's not really much of a decision because I've already thought this through. I was watching Susan Campfield. Sue Stampfield, I think is her blog or whatever on Facebook. Anyway, she made a card Saturday night, she does, and she has somebody else's card, and then she recreates it, but with her paper and her colors, and then she has people vote on, oh, what word should I put on here? Should I put hello friend? Should I put happy birthday? Should I use this color? Should I use that color? I'm like, oh my gosh, that is too crazy. But it was very interesting, and maybe I'll do that someday. Okay, now I'm going to take my ribbon. We are going to wait just a minute here so that the moms can get their backgrounds onto their I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scallops, and I'm going to put this out about an inch. Then I'm going to wrap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to wrap it. And I'm going to wrap it again. And when I come out, I'll take that end back up, and then I'm going to tie a pretty little bow. Let's see if we can do this. I gave this job to my husband. Let's see if he can help the ladies do it upstairs. So anyway, I'm going to take this. Oh, another little trick. You see here, I pull this down and this is missing, or this is not caught. I like to catch my ends underneath the other ribbon. Why? I don't know. It just makes for a neater bow. Okay, I'm going to make my little loop. Bring this around, and I'm going to grab it here. I would say, Tom, if you are listening and you're having trouble with these bows, I'll tie one when I come back upstairs. It can be put on after the fact. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. I forgot. Okay, once I get it relatively ugly, then you take your little ends and you pull on them so that your loops get to be where you want them. Now they're relatively the same size. I think I said that word twice. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip a little bit off. Okay, so there I have. So Tom, you want to stomp on the floor if you want me to pause before I do the next step? Meanwhile, I'll say let me think here. I heard there's only, well, Easter is in April this year. I think the middle of April. So that'd be nice. So maybe we'll have a nice warm Easter. That'd be a nice thing. I'm trying to already decide, what should I make for Easter dinner? Or is anybody even thinking about Easter? I don't even think we're in Lent yet. For all those who are Catholic out there. Tom, you want to stamp on the floor? Let me know if you're ready. Now I'm listening to my voice upstairs. You're not ready. Okay, so I'll just keep talking about, what should I talk about? Well, we were in Hawaii. We went to see manta rays, you guys. We were like on this long board. I mean, it was like with people hanging off the ends, and it must have been twice the size. And they had lights on the bottom, and we were hanging off the ends. And the lights would attract these lichen, maybe that's, nope, lichen is on the ground. Oh my, I forgot what it's called. Anyway, these little teeny tiny little fishies, and the manta rays would come up from the bottom, and they would swoosh up, and they would eat plankton. They would eat the plankton, do these barrel rolls, like, and we're right here, and they're like right next to us. It was crazy. What's up, bub?
Move on.
Okay. So anyway, it was like the best experience I've ever had. So right now we're going to take our little words and we're going to glue them onto the front of our scalloped layered piece. Put some of the glue on there. Okay, and I'm going to lift up the bow. I'm going to carefully put this, maneuver this under here. You could probably put this on first and then wrapped it around, but I did it backwards. There's no right or wrong. It's however you want to do it. Okay, so now that I have this all glued on here, I'm going to turn this scallop layer over and I'm going to put dimensionals along the side to pop it up off the surface. So I usually just put like them in the corners and maybe along the edges here, but I noticed when I was with this one, is this it? No, this is it. This one, when I put it on here, it kind of squished down. So squished down. So I'm gonna put one right in the middle, maybe one here and another here. So I put lots of dimensionals on this one. just so that it would be better. I don't know why. I don't know why. They're one of my favorite things, dimensionals. They really add a lot to a card. What do they add? They add dimensionals, hence the name. Ha ha ha. That was bad. I'm down here babbling to myself. Sorry about that, because I can't see comments, so I just keep talking. Sometimes I get annoying. It's like, and you know what the sad thing is, you guys, is I can hear myself as an echo upstairs because there's a little bit of a delay from when I talk and to when it's broadcast. Here we go. So I can hear myself. I make a stupid joke. I make a stupid laugh. And then what happens? I hear it again. Anyway, here we go. What I'm going to do is pick these things up so since they're white, they're usually out of the way, but they're not this time. No, forget it. Okay, so now we're going to take our card back and we're going to close it, and then we're going to put the card front onto the card. Ta-da! And then, you guys, we are done with this card. The difference here is this is a more of a more of a solid color. You don't even have to use Designer Series paper, but why wouldn't you use Designer Series paper? And then this is with the floral. You could also do more masculine, like maybe doing stripes or polka dots or not flowers. So this is the card that we did, and I hope you had fun watching, and I hope that you did it along with me. Right now I have no classes planned, but I would like to have a video. I don't know if I'll go live on Wednesday mornings, but I want to just do a card and not, you know, I don't do much stamping on here, so it'll probably be a lot more stamping and doing it with the camera, because I like to have it done ahead of time so that the moms can do it with me. But I'm going to try to go live maybe I'll go live. I don't know. Whatever it is, it'll probably be Wednesday morning. It'll be either on YouTube. If I do it, it'll be, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Join me here on Facebook, which I will also put on YouTube. This way my butt is covered. But I hope you all have a good night. Stay warm, stay healthy, and good luck shoveling out tomorrow. Bye-bye now.